In my life, there's been tough times, there's been hardship, but there's always been one thing that's been there for me, no matter how bad it gets. That's video games. And well, this is a video on all of the video games, the main ones that I've played during my life and how they've affected me. When I first turned 8, something drastic happened in my life. My family sold their house and we moved to a different neighborhood, but it was just a few blocks away. It didn't seem like much when I was a kid because it was just a few blocks and not a big issue, but it started my gaming life. In the new neighborhood, I met two really nice kids that today I still know. After a few weeks, we'd become really serious friends, me, my sister, and both of them. And after a few months, we ended up finding our first electronic device at their house, which we played a ton of. This was the Wii. And well, a few months after we found this device, we got our first video game ever, Star Wars Lego Wii, on our first console, the Wii. And well, we played this game so much when we were a kid, me and my sister. And well, basically, the game is Star Wars, all 6 chapters of it, and except for this time you're playing it as a Lego character, it's pretty simple. There's other stuff in it like challenges and stuff, but it really helped me and my sister become really close in an early age. And we learned a lot from it, like how to play together and respect each other and learn from what they're saying. And even at a young age, we started teamwork and cooperation with each other, and it really helped that bond start off. After our first game, Star Wars Lego Wii, we ended up going onto other games for the Wii, and the next big game that we found was called Super Mario Bros. Wii. Most people, again, have probably heard of it, but it's simply a 2D platforming game that, you play as Mario, and there's a bunch of enemies, and you have to get through all 8 different, stage sort of stuff, and there's bonus stages and stuff, but it really helped me bond with my sister even more, and it just strengthened what we had with Star Wars Lego Wii and taught us a new genre of games that soon after that followed suit by meeting a lot of new people. So after that, like I said, we met someone who, is still my friend today, and his brother. This would be Nick and Chris, and well, we found a new device called the DS from them, and so when Christmas came around that year, me and my sister got a DSi and started playing Pokemon Soul Silver, which is just a Pokemon game. One of the early ones, but not very early. It was the newest one out at the time, and again, me and my sister were really good at it, and it taught me, a ton of hard work and just grinding the game for as long as I could, and taught me that, perseverance to keep going, and again, kept strengthening my bond with my sister. Like any other Pokemon game, the game was pretty simple. Just catch as many Pokemon as you can, beat all the gyms, beat the Elite Four, and then eventually go to the final fight, which is a red on the mountain. But it took a lot of grinding to beat, and I met another friend through that a few years later called Grant, who helped me a lot during my early age, but we dropped off later. But anyway, the game was really fun for both of us, and we learned a lot from it, like type advantages and starting to use logic and reasoning to figure out how certain advantages happen in the game and what moves we should use over others, and figuring out how exactly strategy works and strategy games work, which led into the next game. So, while I was still playing the Wii and the DS, I started to move on in hopes to get another gaming console when I was about 10. So, after I graduated from my communion in 2nd grade, I got an iPod and started playing Angry Birds and Plants vs. Zombies. Of course, most people already know this, but it's two simple strategy games that I played for hours when I was younger, and again, taught me perseverance and all that, but also got me starting to be really competitive at that age, so I tried to beat them as much as I could, and I ended up beating both games after a long time. And I remember all these memories of both games where I was sitting in summer and just having fun, talking to my mom. Definitely helped, that relationship, as well as, again, me and my sister continued playing the Wii, so that relationship continued to build as I started to figure out that there was so many more games out there that I had never heard of on this device. This led into a game called Clash of Clans, which I found off a group of friends that I was starting to build, and when I started playing the game, this friendship with this group, including Nick from earlier, built really strong, and we ended up playing after school and learning a lot from each other, and still know each other today, mainly because of this game, and then eventually Boom Beach, which is not as big as of a game, but again, it's strategy, it's building a base, it's very simple stuff that you could turn very complicated once you get to higher levels of it. But it was good enough for us as like 12-year-olds, and it helped a lot with friendships because I was having trouble at that time to build them, and it very strengthened what I had learned and how I interacted with others, which has helped me a lot throughout the years now. We continued playing Clash of Clans as well as eventually Boom Beach until 6th grade when one of my friends had found a game that was this amazing new game that we'd never heard of before, and it was a platformer. It was called Geometry Dash. And well, around that time I finally got an iPad, cheap one of the earliest ones. I think it was an iPad 1. And well, I started playing this game for hours and hours, and I tried to get as good as I could, right? And well, after a while, I realized how I had not been doing much because I had basic game. And I found the full game, the thing with every level and user-created levels, and started exploring that. And I met a friend who, helped me throughout all of 8th grade and 7th grade, which his name was Jake. And again, I still do know him today, but he is now at CCA. And well, this game seems very simple at first. Most people never really talk about anything past the first 10 levels that I've heard at school, or just the levels that are made by the creator of the game. No user-created stuff like what I can show you now. I want to just spend time talking about this game because not only it helped me a ton, but I got very, very good at it over a few years. This is one of the only few games that I've actually gotten very, very good at. And well, it also led me to getting a Mac because when I was around 13, I ended up getting a Mac. I don't know why I got a Mac for gaming, but it's helpful for school nowadays. And I started playing this game, and I ended up downloading Minecraft on it too, which again strengthened my bond with my friends over the next years. And well, when I finally got on big servers in Minecraft, I was playing all the old servers that everyone used to know of, Hypixel, Mineplex, all those different areas. And again, it helped my sister relationship because we played for hours. And well, over the summer we played a ton that year, and again, I learned cooperation with others and just how to be a good person in general. And it definitely built me a lot through the next few years and taught me how to think outside the box and look stuff up and understand a lot. And again, strengthened my relationship with my sister so much. Within that same year, I also ended up finding a game that was called Clash Royale, which I immediately was drawn towards because of my old experience with Clash of Clans, and same with my friends. And throughout 7th and 8th grade, we played the game a ton, and again, we found new friends throughout that era that helped me get through 7th and 8th grade. And it also was this thing that I could do to de-stress myself from all the different stuff I had to do in 7th and 8th, which was completely new from what I had done before, because it was a ton more work, and it again taught me how to make friends with other people and just helped me with all the stress that I had in those few years. And additionally, with that game, I found a new game with my sister called Town of Salem that we play a lot over the summer mainly. It's basically Mafia, if you've ever heard of it before, except there's just more roles than just Mafia and Sheriff and Doctor. So we played that for a long time too, and well, at this point, me and my sister, even today, have been very, 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 very strong. And our relationship continues to grow and stay strong just because of all these games we play together and all the different stuff we did together when we were younger. Overall, mainly the few games I play with my sister have kept my relationship with her very strong, and well, today we are still extremely strong and still respect each other and want to be nice to each other instead of the normal brother-sister relationship where, they don't really care for each other. But I think I credit a lot of that to video games, and I'm very happy that that happened through our lives and through all these different games that we play together. Additionally, at the end of that summer, I found a game called Hearthstone in 7th grade. And well, this was one of the best card games at the time that I had found online. And I ended up playing this game up until ninth grade, and it helped me a lot during the transition between middle school and high school. I ended up at top 1% at rank 1, 4 stars, which is very, very close to legend rank, which is the best of the best. Normally like top 10,000 people in the game. Now, I haven't been playing this as much recently, but it was one of my favorite games back then, and definitely helped me with strategy and with logical reasoning, as well as with the stresses of high school. Then, nearing the end of about 7th grade again, I found a game called Undertale. And, well, this game is one that's special to me even today, and has taught me a lot about human interaction, even through tough times. And it's something that I always look back on and just like, because all of my friends loved the game, and especially Nick again. We made a lot of different memories through the game, and I ended up beating every version of it, and to this day I still really love the game, and even though it's crazy and people have done crazy stuff with it and made memes and stuff, I still really like the original game, and I'm always reminded of those days. Then I continued playing Hearthstone, like I said, till 8th, but eventually I ended up getting a PC because one of my friends convinced me to get one. And when I got this, I downloaded Overwatch, and I played Overwatch for a very long time, and I still play it. And I have, again, a ton of memories with friends of playing the game and learning it. And, well, eventually I ended up playing Geometry Dash as well, still. And this is where I very, very, very heavily thrived in the game and got very, very good. And, well, I have a few clips of very, very good stuff that I've done in the game. And most of these include not the hardest levels, but close to it. And you probably can't imagine how hard this is. You probably don't know how hard most of the levels are, because most people haven't played the harder levels, but they are very, very difficult stuff that I've done. And if you want to ask me, have you beat all the solo levels, I could probably do every single one of them in one attempt, because those levels are very, very simple compared to these. Anyway, it has definitely helped me a ton, learning Overwatch because of the teamwork it's given me and the ability to, force a team to win by taking everyone and saying, hey, look, we're going to do it this way, we're going to all work together, we need to do this in order to win. And then shot calling to tell people, here's our strategy, here's what we need to do as a team, and here's what each person needs to do properly. I also have a few clips of Hearthstone where I've done very, very well, and in specific, I have a clip of me that I recorded when I encountered a professional player at the game called Effect, and I hit one of the craziest shots that I've ever hit in my life on him, and I have it from his view and mine, so here it is now. But this was one of the craziest things I've ever done in the game, and it's still the craziest thing till date. And I ended up using this clip, and it always reminds me of just the amazing times that I had playing Overwatch, and just some of the coolest moments I've had in it, and that I can do something amazing, and I can compete with the pros. Not often, but you have those days where you just feel unbeatable, and it reminds me of that. Finally, I stumbled upon League a little bit near the end of last year, and one of my friends showed it to me, again, Nick. Again, we're still very tight friends in those early days that I encountered with him, but I'm very bad at League right now. I'm still learning quite a bit, and it's very fun for me to continue playing, and it's been helping me a lot with some of the very, very bad problems I've been having today with anxiety and stuff like that, and I will continue to try to improve in it. I have not ranked yet. My rank in Overwatch, again, is not very high, but it's very, very fun for me to play, and I'm learning, and it feels very good to, improve very quickly when you're at a low level, so it's definitely helping me a lot with my stress nowadays. Finally, the last major game that I ended up playing is the simple single-player game called Subnautica, and this one I will take the time to explain a little bit in detail, because this game is a very, very open-world game with a small story that is very, very complex when you look very close at it. But basically, you crash onto an island or an alien planet, and you have to build a rocket ship and get out, but there's a lot of other stuff you have to do. There's stuff you meet in the island that is crazy, and there's a bunch of sea creatures and different stuff like that that you ended up encountering in the entire thing. I won't spoil it, but it's a very good game, and the community especially is something that I very, very much like. There's a lot of speedrunners, and especially Salviner. He's someone I've watched for quite a while now, last few months, that even after I played the game, his streams and just sitting down when I've been really tired and did a ton of work during the day, and just watching him play Subnautica with the chat, which it's mostly the same people because it's a very small community, but it's definitely helped me a lot to de-stress from school and to just sort of relax when it's very hard for me to relax because I'm a person who can't relax very simply, and it's definitely a special game in my heart, and I very much love it. I have beat the game twice or 3 times now, actually, and my fastest completion at this point is about 2 hours long, which is a run I try to do in any percent. Looking back, video games have truly defined my life in a special way. They created bonds with many people that I would have never been able to meet. They felt my relationship with my sister a ton, and the only reason I believe we're so strong today is that those early days we spent together are just so amazing and so tight. And over the thousands of games I've played over the years, you might wonder, if I haven't said it in detail, how good are you? Again, I'm not very good at Overwatch. I'm only Platinum. I don't play it as much, but I play mainly Widow 1v1 lobbies and just Widow free-for-all in general. At Hearthstone, like I said, I'm rank 1. 4 stars is my best rank. I normally hover around rank 5 when I'm actively playing the game. And in League, I'm not very good. Like I said, I'm not ranked. I don't know really what I'm doing yet. I'm still learning wave control, all the different basics of the game. And, you might wonder other games, earlier ones. I haven't played them in a very long time, so I'm not very good. But I do have quite a few clips over the years that if I haven't shown already, I can show you. Especially for Overwatch, and, because I've played so much Widow Headshot, I have quite a few insane flicks that if you want to watch, here's a montage of stuff. Not really a montage, but just a few of the stuff that I've done over the years that is noteworthy enough. Thanks for watching. Now enjoy.